There is no gravity in space. That's why aliens serve their tea on flying saucers. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to an afternoon stream. The rare video game afternoon stream. I'm actually playing games instead of just looking at them. As I usually do in the afternoon streams. I should probably be doing more inventory. We've cataloged close to 600 games, I think, and there's 300 to 400 maybe left. It's hard to estimate. So I think we're over halfway done. But my oh my, is there still a lot to do. Still a lot to do for getting the collection inventoried. But I didn't feel like doing it today, especially since tonight's stream is probably, there probably will be no late night stream tonight. So I thought we'd do a gameplay stream, and I would do, what else? Contra. I'm a Contra streamer. It's the only game I play. None of this is true if you're new around here. Well, some of it's true. But anyway, so what I'm up to, I just played Contra for the first time like 2 weeks ago and fell in love with the game. It's excellent. It's a great game. It's wonderful. I've been practicing it a lot. I'm trying to do a deathless run. Now, I've gotten the 1 credit clear lots and lots of times now. 1 credit clear is old news. But the 1 life clear, that's the dream. I'm probably a ways off from it happening unless I get really lucky. But I figured, we run through the game a whole bunch of times and see what happens. If I get the deathless run, then we'll celebrate. It'll be a glorious victory, and then we'll pick out another game to play. But it's probably just gonna be Contra all the way down. Let me go ahead and hit that old reset button. Now, I do run a timer while I'm playing, but I am not a speed runner. The timer is just for curiosity. It's just a fun thing to have going on. But don't worry, you're more than welcome. Please chat with me, interrupt me, redeem the channel points nonsense, all of that good stuff. Don't worry about the timer, because I'm not worried about the timer. I'll comment on it. I'll take notice and feel proud if there's a low time at the end of the run, but it's not very meaningful. It just occurred to me I've had the spicy pepper turned off for probably a long time now. That's a shame. All right, well, it's back on the menu. Sorry, just moving a few things around. We are going to get rolling here. A reset rule is that if I die in the first level, then I will reset the game. Once we get past the first level, I'll just live with whatever happens. And if I die, even if I game over, we just keep going because clearly I need the practice. But a death in level 1 we will not accept. Oh no! Oh, speaking of a death in level 1, right? I keep, again, just in case someone's new around here, I keep a wooden sword next to me. I guess I should probably grab it by the hilt and not the blade. This is how I reach my reset button on my NES. down here this time. I'm not super great at making it across the bridge. I don't think I actually have to worry about killing that thing, but why take the risk? Ah, spread gun, my good friend, sworn brother and true ally. Level 1. So I have made it through each level individually without dying, except maybe level 7. I probably have. As many times as I've run through this, and as many, like, runs that I've had that were really good, I probably have gone through level 7 without dying. Almost certainly I have, but I don't have a clear memory of it like I do the others. So I don't want to overstate my accomplishments. No! Oh, rip the dream. I stood up too early. Oh well, we'll soldier on. Get the practice in. Oh, might not complete this run after all. We've got glitches. My policy on glitches is that I play through until it becomes either completely unplayable, and I've got a pretty high threshold before I feel like it's unplayable. Until it either becomes completely unplayable or until it crashes. You know, of course, if the game freezes up, there's not much to be done at that point, right? I feel like the fire is marginally better than the laser. It's a really tough decision. They're both pretty bad weapons. I think I had time. I probably could have taken that turret out. Better take this one out. Don't want it causing mischief while I'm working my way up over here. It's always hair-raising in this area. Ah! You see, that guy was gonna jump on me. Oh. I thought that shrimp was gonna get me for sure. I was regretting my positioning as it came down. Oh, I can't believe I stood up into a bullet before. That's the worst. There we go. It's so nice when the weak spots are on the floor because you don't have to worry about anything. Not when you have the spread gun. Ooh, I'll take that. I don't know if I'm actually causing the weak spot to be revealed by firing at it, or if it's just time-based. I think that it just is on a timer. Is that it? That's it. For whatever reason, this boss is where a lot of my deathless attempts fall apart. I mean, the reason is that there's a lot of bullets and that makes the boss tricky, but I mean, there are a lot of bullets in a lot of areas. So I think the furthest I've gotten on one life is to the end of stage 7. To the boss that's like just a panel above a door. I think I've made it all the way to that boss without dying. But only once. If I remember right, it was the first time I made it to that boss, too. I know for sure the first time I made it to the boss that's the panel above the door, I was just out of my mind with panic, and I couldn't figure out what to do. I didn't know what the weak spot was. I saw the things on the ground and thought they were the weak spot, and I wasted all of my lives. All of my lives firing at the wrong things. It was not one of my better moments. No, no, I lost another life. I was pretty scared that I was going to. I'm not, I had a problem there the last time the last run of this game too. I'm not going through that area very cleverly. I should be able to do it much cleaner. Fighting these big, like, snowplows with the regular bullet is so scary. They take so many hits. Just lock in place, hold your breath, and mash the button. I'm gonna pick up this stupid laser. I always think this is the guy with the pants. I always forget this boss exists. So quick. Laser is so quick. I know that wasn't quick overall, fighting that boss, but when I actually started shooting the boss instead of the projectiles, it died very quickly. This jump is so nasty. And I'm dead. And I've got a laser. I could have gone all the way up. He almost never does that. It's so weird to see him jump in a way that's not just straight up and down. That's only the second time of, like, I fought this boss a lot of times now. And that's only the second time I've ever seen him do that. we go. I actually forgot about that spike wall. I only kind of remembered it at the last second. Whoa, I forgot about that one. I've slept since the last time I played this. A lot of my memory has been deleted. I don't like having this minecart following me. No. Oh good, another one is coming. Ah. Come on, give me that spread gun. No. Oh, it's so sad to see the spread gun sitting up there so lost and lonely. I'm sorry, my friend. I got lucky there too because I was thinking that the claw came down 10 times instead of 9, and I almost went too late. Right. So that was a deathless pass through stage 7. So I have done all the levels. I have done all the levels individually deathless. It's just a matter of getting the right luck to do them all at once. I think I just stood around waiting to collect the same gun I already had. I think that item was for the machine gun. I always think the top one is the rapid fire and the bottom one is the machine gun, but that is not correct. The very first game I ever played on stream was Ghosts and Goblins on the NES, and it had a similar glitch like this happening. Like the whole night I was playing, it would get these lines through the screen. They were actually way worse than this. Oh, this is bad. Not only did I die, but I missed out on the spread gun. I'm not used to running through this area so boldly. I have been going real slow and taking out all the faces one by one until just recently I started saying, well, you know what, let's just go for it. And as you can see, it's costing me dearly. I just lost 2 lives there. I don't think we're gonna make it. We're definitely not gonna make it. Oh, I'm sorry, my friends. Hey, look at that. I was in despair, and look, it was all for nothing. We beat it. So as you can see, I can do the 1 credit clear. I've done it a whole bunch, but the 1 life clear, just not happening. Oh, what I was saying about the, again, the glitches. All these lines through the screen, and sometimes it became almost impossible to watch, but I'd already made a bunch of good progress, and so I was hesitant to restart. I was thinking, oh, this is a very bad omen. My first stream is going to end in glitches and crashing. But I soldiered on and eventually cleared up. But it was a very scary time for such a young baby streamer. Hello, Multiverse Explorer. Great to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Just, doing the old Contra practice again. Oh, that was 22 minutes and change again. I always forget to stop the timer lately. I guess that's what not caring about the time will do to you. So we just had another run, another 1 credit clear that I pulled off by the skin of my teeth. And we'll hit the old reset button and run through it again. Donut times 2, bacon times 10, and croissant roll times 1. This particular Frownie icon was made for me during Banjo-Kazooie, I think. There's a part in Banjo-Kazooie where you go inside a pyramid and there are stones on the ground that form a smiley face. And we were joking about how the smile on the smiley face looked like a croissant. And then my artist, Lucent Jelly, she threw this together and sent it to me in the middle of the stream. And it's I don't know, I like it. I usually pick a costume icon that has something to do with the game I'm playing, but can't always be like that. Those were the ingredients chosen to make the perfect icon. It's nice that the turrets that fire somewhat differently, have different designs, but it's also kind of a little strange that their designs know the rapid fire. Their designs are so radically different. I'm not complaining, it's not a bad thing, it's just a surprising thing. Feels like a year spent playing this. Yeah, I do feel somewhat guilty, like putting my viewers through so much of this game. Because I really do prize variety on my streams, but I just really like it. How am I capturing this? Alright, so my signal chain, it's AV out on the NES into my CRT television, AV out from the CRT into a cheap USB capture dongle. And it was just a USB AV capture. Whatever the second cheapest one on Amazon was when I bought it. A lot of my purchasing philosophy is just to buy the second cheapest item. That's also how I pick out wines. On the very rare occasion that I have to buy a wine, I buy the second cheapest. That way I could at least tell myself, well, it's not the worst thing they had. No, I played this so much as a kid. I had to resolder the pins on my NES. It's such a great game. I don't think I would have liked. I never had this game as a kid. I mean, obviously, I just said I just played it recently for the first time, but I don't think I would have liked this as a kid. It would have been too hard for me. I was much more accustomed to the laid-back stylings of Mario. Hey, thank you for the 10 bits. Oh, sorry, I gotta rub my eye for a moment. Much appreciated. I don't think I've ever shot those capsules when they were below me like that before. That was the first time for everything, I guess. I have to be very careful when I spend money on Twitch because my bank always shuts my credit card down. Or my debit card, as it were. I was just thinking the last time I bought a couple of gift subs and then some bits, and then it's just so annoying. It's so annoying to have to call the bank and be like, yes, that was me. Yes, that was me, when I finally get to someone. The hell games for me on the NES are Bill and Ted's. I've never played that one. And Top Gun, The Landings. I've never played that either. I know I don't own any of the Bill and Ted games. I'm not sure if I own Top Gun or not. I'm not even... I said Bill and Ted games. I'm not sure that there's even more than one Bill and Ted game. Oh no, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Don't drop that laser on me either. Don't do that to me. You beat Star Trek on the NES. That was something. So I'm not sure. I had a Star Trek on the Commodore 64. The game was very confusing. I'm not sure if it's similar to the one that was on the NES or not, though. I have not played and beaten enough games. Streaming is helping a lot with that, but I still feel like there are so many games I haven't played, so many games I haven't beaten. It feels overwhelming at times. It doesn't help that I insist on grinding through the same things repeatedly either. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. It doesn't help that the NES has 600 games. Well, the thing is, I'm not... Yeah. I'd like to beat all the games I own. I'm not really super interested in grinding through, like, bad games. Like, I definitely play and enjoy some bad games, and some games that people think are bad that I disagree with, but like, I don't think I'd ever go through all of the NES library because there's a lot of junk in there. Keep in mind that the guy who's saying this about not caring to grind through bad games is the guy who loves Castlevania 64 and has played and beaten on stream Ultraman Toward the Future and Bartman Meets Radioactive Man, so I'm definitely an unreliable narrator. I like the sound the grenades make. It's very pew 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 pew. I don't guess it really sounds like a grenade being tossed, but it is a pleasing sound. Your taste just skews from others. That's a good thing. I don't know if you were here. I've told this story a couple times, but I'll tell it again. It's not that long. There's a game store. When I lived in Houston, there was a game store that I visited. I was a regular there, basically. I went in one time, and I was checking out, and I asked the guy behind the counter, I said, "Have you seen any copies of Castlevania Legacy of Darkness come through lately?" Just out of curiosity. And he said, no, he hadn't seen that game in a while. And I was like, ah, bummer. Oh, this is a bummer. First death of the run. Rip. There goes the deathless run on this one. I asked him if he'd seen it come through, and he's like, no, I haven't seen it in a while. And I was like, oh, well, I'm keeping an eye out for it. Hopefully we'll catch one day. And then he looked down and he was ringing me up. He looked at what games I was buying. I was buying Final Fantasy 13 and Vampire Hunter D on the PlayStation. He looked at me and he said, man, you like some really not good games, don't you? It was just amazing. It was just amazing that he said that right to my face. Even though I was a regular there, like the staff didn't really know me that well or anything. We weren't on a joking around with each other level, but I couldn't argue with him. The evidence was right there on the counter. Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen for you. I've never played that game. I don't really know much about it. I know when I was in high school, one of my friends really loved that game. He talked it up a whole lot, but I never got around to playing it myself. Got the spread gun. Now just don't want to lose the spread gun. I think that only did 8 drops instead of 9. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it did the wrong amount or if I miscounted, but either way I shouldn't have made it through. Honest, the full game series story is something else. One of my favorites. I just wish they would make the last one. It's been like 18 years. You think if they did make another one, that it would be? You think it would be satisfying after all this time? It's hard to think of a lot of examples of like really late sequels that are that live up to what they should be. Spread gun, invincibility, let's go. Invincibility's gone. That's alright. As I say, we don't need invincibility. We are the invincibility. Says the guy who's already died twice. At least. I'm never good at keeping count, so if it was more, I'm not purposely trying to fudge the numbers. 3 times. With a loving creative team, yeah. I tend to be fairly pessimistic with upcoming game releases. I'm not a good person to come to if you're like riding a hype wave and you're like really excited about, you know, something that was just announced or just you know, there's like a trailer just dropped and you're like, "Oh, it's so amazing. I gotta go talk to someone about it." Like, I'm probably not the person you want to come talk to. Because I'm always like, "Yeah, I don't know." I like to keep my expectations low so I can be pleasantly surprised rather than have my expectations high and be disappointed. Being grounded is also healthy. Yes, I agree. Yeah, I worry that I take it too far to the opposite extreme. Sometimes, again, I didn't stop the timer, but look at that, 21 and change. Amazing. That's my best time ever by far. Even not pausing it at the correct time, it's still my best time by a huge chunk. Also, I'm a bad person to come to, even for things I'm looking forward to, because I'm really adverse to spoilers. And so, like, when trailers for things drop, like, I don't watch them, so I don't really want to talk about them because I don't want things to be spoiled for me. Like, I know that, like, people keep being disappointed that, like, that there's no new news or trailers for Breath of the Wild 2, and it's, like, so far as I'm concerned, that's fine. The only thing I want to know about Breath of the Wild 2 is what is the release date. I don't care about any other news. I don't want to see another picture. I don't want to see a trailer. I don't want to know about a mechanic or a weapon or a character or anything. I don't want any knowledge of it. I want to go in just and have it be a surprise. So I want them to announce the release date, and I don't care about any other piece of information. The lines are strong with this one. It's not a bug, it's a feature. So I'd say holiday 2022? Maybe. Let me kind of move my box. Some of the chat's getting cut off there. Trailers ruin movies. I agree. And I'm not even a huge movie guy. I don't see a whole lot of movies. Like, I might watch one new movie a month, maybe. And usually it's not a new movie, but just new to me. Usually it's a really old movie that I'm just getting around to seeing. Excuse me, sorry about that. My drink is super carbonated. Well, hopefully the lines don't spell out disaster for me. If Suicide Squad 1 was half as fun as the trailer, there would be 4 of them by now. I saw the first Suicide Squad. I remember feeling like it was okay. Like, there were things in it that I thought were kind of cool, but yeah. I'm not really big into all the superhero movies. I've seen a handful of them, but like, especially like, I mean, I've always been more of a DC guy than a Marvel guy overall. But like, I've seen a few of the Marvel movies, and some of them are pretty good. But it's just like, there's so many of them. How can anyone keep up? Like, Marvel puts out a new movie every week, and then there's TV shows, and oh man, it's just so much. I like my franchises. Small and self-contained. That's why I like the Super Mario Brothers. It's just one movie. There's not a whole lot of, like, other stuff you have to worry about. You can get all of your lore and enjoyment from one piece of media. And you're fine. It's nothing else is a problem. Oversaturation. Tango and Cash, one and done. Yeah, there's something nice about that. Like, I liked when there were only 2 Ghostbusters movies. Well, I guess there was a cartoon series too, so don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Or okay, here we go. Short Circuit. Boom. 2 movies. That's the whole world. It's great. I can watch, I can consume all of the franchise in an afternoon, and there's no expanded universe, there's no hidden lore, there's nothing else I gotta worry about. I don't have to read a novel, I don't have to go to a website. I can watch 2 movies and know everything I need to know about Number Johnny 5. Also the UK Ghostbusters, and they are both so good. Oh no. Sorry about that. Now we gotta reset. My policy for resets is if I die on level 1, I get a reset. Other than that, I gotta go through the whole game. About Short Circuit 1 and 2. I was hoping that was that was what that was about. I loved those movies when I was a kid. I was fascinated by them. I liked robots when I was a kid. Which is weird because, like, I always think of myself as not being into, like, sci-fi and stuff like that. But I did have, like, a strong love of robots. I always wanted to build a robot who would be my friend. Not Quite Human trilogy. I don't think I've heard of that before. Disney films made for TV. The story is based on the Not Quite Human book by Seth something. I'm sorry, something is wrong with my chat window. It keeps cutting off words. Looks like a McAvoy. Yeah, thank you. It's not, my chat box isn't scrolling properly, so when a word gets orphaned, then it gets half of the word gets cut off. I think I need to I'm so upset by that. I'm gonna break my rule and I'm gonna hit reset. But first I'm gonna change the font size in the chat to see if it stops that from happening. No, you're fine. You're fine. It's not. It's not your fault. I encourage people to chat with me and interrupt me. It's my fault for not looking at the chat at appropriate times. Okay. Sometimes a whole bunch of guys spawn near the bridge, and sometimes nobody spawns. It's very inconsistent. Oh, I missed out on the spread gun. It's alright, there's another spread gun coming up. So, doesn't matter, I'm resetting, so. Doesn't matter that I missed the spread gun at all. 87, 89, and 92. If I get the free time and I remember, I'll try and check it out, but it's probably not something I'll get to right away. So I got a package from Amazon today. I've been trying to set my PSP up so I can play and capture from it. And I've ordered 2 sets of cables that are supposed to be video out for the PSP, and neither of them have worked. So I've been burned a bit on this quest already. But I ordered a different set of cables and an HDMI converter box. So I'm thinking like either this is going to be the solution and I'm finally going to get to stream from the PSP, or it's just impossible. It's one or the other. But I was excited because I thought I was going to get to experiment with it this afternoon, because I got my package, but they only sent one of the things I ordered. The other one is still coming separately, so I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work out or not, but I'm really hoping it does. I want to stream from my PSP because it's my only way of playing Symphony of the Night. And there's some other things too, but that's the big one. Though that won't be the first thing I stream when I get my PSP working. There's another Castlevania game, Castlevania Chronicles. I think it's a remake of the first game. That'll be the first thing that I stream from the PSP if I get it working. And then we'll do Symphony of the Night at some time. Right now it's getting to be a bad time of year for it, because I want to do Metroid Fusion and Metroid Dread, and I really don't want to be playing a whole bunch of Metroidvanias all at the same time, but I just found my PSP cable with AV with the audio plug and like 4 pins. Yeah. But that's what I ordered. I've ordered 2 of those already, but they didn't work. So I've got a different one that's supposed to do component video instead of composite, and I've got a component to HDMI converter that will let me put it into my splitter box. So hopefully I can see it on a television and do the capture at the same time. I'm worried it might be too laggy though, so I'll probably have to play the game on, like, I'll have to stare down at the PSP the whole time while I'm playing. Because I think the video is going to lag too much going through the conversion. But we'll see. The splitter box doesn't make Switch games lag, so... But that's not a converter, that's just a splitter, so... Who knows? We'll only know when we try it. I feel like I'm very sensitive to input lag, because that's why I feel like I insist on playing on a CRT, is because I feel like there's sort of a lag to playing an interlaced game on a non-interlaced television. And I'm normally not very picky about quality, but that's something that gets to me. If I need it, you'll send it to me. I appreciate the offer, but like I said, I've got something on order, so let's see what happens. If it comes down to that, where that's my only way, I might take you up on that offer, but let's hold off. I'm hopeful that the things I've got on order are going to well, now it's only one. I've received one of them, but I'm really hopeful that it's going to do the trick. No! No, I died. Well, no reset in here. We just soldier on. Wishing it hadn't happened. Oh, yuck. I gotta fight this boss with the pea shooter. At least it puts the enemies off their guard. Boss, there's a soldier storming our base. Should we be concerned? No, he's just shooting ping pong balls. He's not a threat. I've got some new shelving for my room down here. It's media shelves that I bought from a library. But I think they're gonna be good for putting my games out on. Now the thing is, like they're designed for like DVD cases, and all of my games that used to be in DVD cases are in sleeves because I'm a monster. So if I want to put those out, I've got to buy a whole bunch of DVD cases somewhere. But I'm thinking I can stack my cartridges on the shelves and it'll look real nice, even though that's not what they're made for. I think it'll still work. I hope it will anyway. Oh no, everything is falling apart. Doesn't really matter. We've already suffered a death, so like who cares how sloppy the rest of the run is? But we do actually want the run to succeed, so. That was kind of the thought, though, when I abandoned all of my cases, was I was like, well, I mean, game cases are replaceable, and so, you know, I'll keep them in sleeves for now while I'm moving around, and then someday when I'm settled, I'll just buy a whole bunch of DVD cases and I'll recase them. But I think I'm worried now. I think that some time came where I abandoned that idea because I had been saving the inserts that like slide into the DVD case, like that, like paper that wraps around it. I had been saving those, but I don't know where those are anymore. So I'm worried that I gave up on that dream and threw them out. So it may be impossible to restore the cases now. I'll have to put them in cases and then just use my label maker to print the title on the spine. It'll look so bad. But it doesn't matter. I mean, I collect my games for me. I don't care about their resale value or anything like that. All I care about is their playability. And I know sleeves aren't really a great way to store discs if you're concerned about their playability, but I mean, I've got some really they're really high quality sleeves. They're like what a professional DJ would use. That's actually where I got them, was used from a professional DJ. So if he wasn't worried about his CDs being all scratched up, then I figured I was safe. $20, 100 slim DVD cases on Amazon. Perfect. Yeah, that's the kind of order I'm gonna make. The only thing is that I'm gonna have to buy like $100 worth. We might see game over. Well, I haven't seen the game over screen on it. I mean, I know I saw it just a moment ago when I left the game running after I gave up and put the controller down, but I don't count that. Like while actually playing, I haven't seen the game over screen in a long time, and it might be coming up. Hey, thank you for the spicy pepper. We'll do it. Just let me take out this snowplow first. And super buff. Oh no, now you gotta do all the things. Alright, so this is worth pausing for. We'll do a pause. And I think my stretch break go nuts. We really are doing all the things. I'm still upside down. There we go. Okay, hope these peppers are still good. Yeah, looking fine. It's a huge piece, too. Oh. Any order you like. I tend to be a kind of a stickler for doing them in the order they're redeemed. And I actually think the order that they're in is a good. I actually think that the order they're in is a good order anyway. So, if they were in a different order, I might be tempted to switch them to this one. So pepper first. I'm gonna go ahead and take the hat off because I know I'm about to heat up. Oh no. Oh no. I knew chewing it. I knew when I was chewing it that when I swallowed it, my life was gonna end. Oh my goodness. It's been so many days since I've eaten a hot pepper. And I had to come back to it with such a big piece. No. Zinchan, welcome in. Great to see you, my friend. I'm in agony. It's beautiful agony. Oh. Oh, what a spicy pepper. Why did I cut it into such big chunks? What pepper is it? It's Serrano. It's always Serrano. Oh, man. Oh. I gotta let it do its thing. The pepper is running through me. It's okay. I think I'm gonna survive. I think I'm gonna be okay. Sorry for the strong one. No need for apologies. Oh. As I always say, we know who's really responsible here. You may have redeemed the points, but who created the reward? Who went to the store? Who went to the store and bought the peppers and brought them home and said to himself, it would be a good idea if I made this a channel point reward. I don't think I can hold you responsible for any of that. Oh man. All right, we're gonna do the press because that's my favorite one, and I'm on fire right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release nice and slowly. Control the weight. I'm moving the weight. The weight's not moving me. You secretly love it. I think I overtly love it. If it's a secret, it's not very well kept, right? I mean, it's in my About Me. It's in the spicy peppers in 2 of my emotes. All right, stretch break. See, this is why I was thinking the order was so good, because I get to stretch after moving the weights. Garlic cloves are another one you don't want to chew. I don't remember who it was. Another streamer told me that they eat a garlic clove as one of their channel point rewards. I love garlic, but I don't really like raw garlic. I don't know that I would want to do that one myself. Stretching after is key to success. Yeah, I prefer to do my stretches after a workout. I know that, like, I know people that stretch to warm up, and I do a little bit, but my real stretching I'd rather do afterward. It's a different kind of heat. Yeah, so I'm a monster. I'm a monster for garlic. I love it. Like, I put, like, every time I cook, I start by mincing a whole bulb of garlic. Not a clove, a bulb. Excuse me. Excuse me. I also tend to cook in huge vats. Like, I make chili and marinara sauce and stuff like that. So it's not like I'm not using a bulb in a single serving dish, but but you know what? But you know what? I probably would. Okay, what else did I have to do? Nuts and magic beans. Okay, where are my pistachios? Oh no. I almost knocked a whole bunch of trash over. That would have been bad. Gonna lurk for a bit. Right on. I appreciate the lurk. Thank you. I've got 2 sets of pistachios to eat. Oh my goodness. The redemptions are coming in too quickly. I can't keep up. They're kind of difficult to taste through the lingering heat of the pepper. Might get the same situation with the bean. Hey, it is. Ooh, I think this bean, so it's kind of the color of like a root beer barrel candy. It could be root beer. I think there's a root beer jelly bean or Dr. Pepper. No, the Dr. Pepper jelly bean's kind of purplish. This might be root beer. That's the only thing I can really think of that's this color. I don't know that I'm going to be able to taste it, though, whatever it is. Oh, it's root beer, 100%. It's root beer all day long. There's no mistaking it. It's pretty good, too. Like, so far as flat root beer goes, it tastes alright. And my second round of pistachios to get us all caught up. Try and get the beard hair that's been tickling my ear out of the way. Okay, feeling pretty good. My nose is running quite a bit. Why don't you excuse me just a brief moment, my friend, so I can address my runny nose situation. I'm going to be lurking for a bit. I have to pick up a trombone, but I'll be back as quick as I can. Right on. Right on. Thanks for the lurk. I plan on streaming till about 7. Till about 7. It's 5:30 right now, so I'm pretty much halfway through my stream. I'm expecting there will not be a nighttime stream tonight. Every other Thursday I tend to cancel, and this is the other Thursday, so I would expect there to not be one tonight unless I get canceled on later. But I'm going to be around for about an hour and a half yet. I'm actually going to restart this run now and take it from the top. We've been paused for so long. I already died. I feel like, the energy of this run is gone. It's dead. Why don't we use the buffness and the spice to get off on the right foot with our next run? Hello, Zydeth. Welcome to the stream. I'm practicing Contra, so I got a lot of the same thing going on here lately. So hopefully you don't mind a bit of repetition. I just played Contra for the first time, like, I think 2 weeks ago. It was on August 9th. And I only know that because I recently just typed it. But I played through it, I beat it, I had a great time, and now I'd really like to get a deathless run through it. I've done a 1 credit clear tons of times. Like, 1 credit clear is old news. Yanorama. But the deathless run would be really sweet. I'm just not quite good enough yet. So we're running through it, we're getting a lot of practice. I'm good. If you're good, me asking about other NES games you've played. Yeah, of course. So, I mean, I've done a lot. I've done Kirby's Adventure. I've done all the Mario Brothers, Mega Man 4 and 5, Castlevania and Castlevania 3. Double Dragon, I played and beat for the first time recently. Well, I played it. It took me months. I mean, I didn't play it every day or anything. I played it about, once a week for a couple months, and I just recently beat it. I'm working on Turtles 2, the arcade game. I still haven't beaten it. I've played it like 5 or 6 times, and I think I've made it to the last level. Now, I've made it to what I think is the last level, but I haven't been able to beat it. So those are the NES games I've played off. Oh, Ghosts and Goblins. First game I ever streamed was an NES game. It was Ghosts and Goblins. I love Ghosts and Goblins. That's an old favorite. That was not a first time playthrough. That's an old favorite for me. Jelly, great to see you. Welcome to the stream. Turtles 2, yeah. So there are 3 Ninja Turtles games on the NES. I don't know if I'm telling you stuff you already know, but just since you wrote with a question mark there. Oh no. There are 3 Turtles games on the NES. I've only played the second one so far on stream. I've only played the second one at all. It's the home port of the arcade game. You just tried to beat that like 2 hours ago. Oh man, I've died so many times now. I normally don't reset a run. And now I just reset one, and now I'm thinking about resetting this one too. I've done this boss all wrong. I'm doing everything wrong. Let me restart. I'm sorry. I'm gonna restart the. I have to restart this run though. I'm just all over the place. You just tried to be like 2 hours ago. Got to Shredder. It's so hard. You made it further than me. I haven't made it to Shredder. I'm jealous of you. It is brutally hard. I think I will be able to beat it if I can make it through the first level with 1 life. Because one of my biggest hurdles in that game is I always lose my first continue at Bebop on the second stage. And so I think if I can make it through the first stage in 1 life, I'll be able to make it through Bebop without wasting a continue. And that will give me the edge I need to get through the end of the game. Having that continue spent just a little later, I think will make all the difference. But I don't know. What? Alright, you got me beat. You got me stomped. I'm nowhere near your talent. You made it to the end without losing any continues. You're a master. Crane got your health down every time. Yeah, I got you without game overs, man. I'm jealous. I don't think I'm ever going to be that good at that game. I like it. Like, I have fun playing it, but I would have to grind that game something fierce to develop the skill I need to make it through. And I don't know that I could put those kind of months in. Because that's it. It wouldn't be hours, it wouldn't be days, it would be months of practice to get good enough from where I am. Like daily, multi-hour practice. But yeah, it's fun, but I don't think I'm gonna grind out a challenge run of it. I just want to make it to the credits. I don't really think of beat 'em up games as being my personal style of games either. So that is a factor in it for me. I like a good beat 'em up a little casually every now and then, but I'm much more of this sort of like run and gun kind of platforming. Or in the case of Castlevania, walk and whip. This was your second playthrough of it. You're a natural. You've been trying to play Dragon's Lair. That's madness. I've never played Dragon's Lair. I like more hard platformers. Bucky O'Hare was fun. I haven't played that one either. Man, there's so many games I haven't played. Bucky O'Hare I'm slightly familiar with. Dragon's Lair I'm slightly familiar with too, but I haven't ever played either of them. But I'm pretty wide in my tastes. Like, I like to play like tough as nails kind of games like this. But I also do a fair number of like sort of casual games like Pokemon Snap and Yoshi Story. So I really prize a variety. I'm always jumping between different consoles, different types of games. And I rarely play the same game 2 nights in a row, unless it's something like this where I've got like a mission where I need a lot of practice. Star Tropics, that one I haven't played either, but I'm planning on it. I've got a copy of it, so I'm gonna get to Star Tropics someday. It's probably not gonna be soon. It'll probably be months and months before I get to it. And I've got a lot of games like on my to-do list right now. I mean, I always do, but I've got sort of rough plans for the upcoming month. I know I want to work on Metroid Fusion, and I've got a couple spooky games I want to do in October. You know, because you have to play spooky games in October, right? Zyda, thank you for the follow, my friend. Much appreciated. Thank you for following. Oh no, I don't want that. No! No, I picked it up! I just said I don't want it, and I picked it up. It's okay, there's another spread gun coming up. Thank goodness for backup spread guns. No! Oh, I'm so scared. I'm scared of myself. Walking the wrong way, almost into a bullet. Almost jumped into that shrimp too. I'm doing all kinds of bad stuff. You're cool. Thank you. Much appreciated. I've been having real bad luck about standing up into bullets here, so I should probably be really careful on this level. Stay away from that laser. Like how almost every NES game had Alien and or RoboCop in it. They're pretty big influences. I love both of those movies. Same, right on. I'm not a huge, I'm not the biggest movie guy in the world, I must say. Like I don't really keep up with new movies very much, but I do like a lot of like 70s through 90s movies. I guess I really like a lot of 80s movies, like, but there's bleed over into both of the decades around it. And I'm not the hugest sci-fi fan in the world. I'm more sort of a horror and fantasy kind of guy. But every now and then, there's one that really speaks to me. You love the 90s. There's a lot of cool stuff from the 90s. No! Rip the run. Oh, the deathless run eludes me still. We're gonna keep going for the practice this time, though. I will not reset this time. I will play through my tears. We'll get another complete playthrough, and then we'll restart from the beginning. So I think that capsule down at the bottom is a spread gun, but I so rarely get all 3 capsules that I'm not 100% sure. So far, I haven't done deathless runs through a whole lot of games. So far, I've pulled off Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Castlevania, and Castlevania the Adventure. It's not a challenge that I go for on every game. Just the games I really love. And that are really hard. Because I really love stuff too. Like, I love Super Mario Bros. 3. I don't know if I'm going to sit down and try and do a deathless run of Super Mario Bros. 3. It wouldn't be that hard, but it would be a very long journey. Castlevania 1, props to you. Thank you. Yeah, that was what I was practicing before Contra. I was doing Castlevania a little bit every day, and then just like really early, I got really lucky and had a great run. That because I thought I was gonna be working on that for weeks and weeks, but I got a 1 credit clear in Castlevania, and then like 2 days later, I got the no death run. Super Ghouls and Ghosts took me months. So Super Ghouls and Ghosts is another like long time favorite game of mine, like from childhood. I loved it. It was actually the second game I ever played on stream. And that playthrough was my first time getting a 1 credit clear in that game. And I didn't even realize it at the time. I was so just like nervous from being a new streamer and just trying to beat the game in general. And because it's really hard, and I don't always succeed in all my playthroughs. But I did that night and got my first 1 credit clear too. And then I had started grinding for the deathless a couple months ago, and it took a really long time. And I got it on a night where I had really no hope of doing it. I was just playing just for the practice, but I was feeling like slightly like sort of under the weather and just kind of out of it, and that's what I needed to do well, I guess. Did you do second quest 2? In which game did in Super Ghouls and Ghosts, the second loop? Castlevania. Castlevania has a second quest? I didn't even know that. So no. I didn't do the second quest in Castlevania. I didn't know it had one. I know it puts you back at the beginning of the game, but I didn't know that it was different the second time around. So maybe I got something else to look forward to. Maybe I need to work on 2 loops of Castlevania sometime. It has more Medusa heads and bats, nothing more. Maybe I don't feel like I need to work on that. I'll probably do it sometime just to see, but yeah, that doesn't sound like it's it doesn't sound like it's super important to do right away. I still got a lot of other games to play. That's why I kind of feel a little bad that I've been doing so much Contra lately, because there are a lot of other games I want to get to, and I feel like for my loyal viewers, I might be trying their patience a bit by playing this so much. I almost never take that upward path. It's so rare to make it up there. For me. After the third playthrough, it's the same as the second quest. Do you know, does Contra have a second quest? Because I know it puts me back at the beginning in this one too, but I've never kept playing to see if it's different. Probably does then if it puts me back at the beginning. But I don't know for sure. No idea. You need to play this game through. Alright, I'll have to look it up sometime then. No worries. But even then, I'm happy with the base game. I don't, you know, getting a good clean challenge run through the base game is good enough for me. I don't need to do a whole bunch of like New Game Plus stuff to be happy. Though I may get around to doing it eventually. Yuck. That wasn't smart. That wasn't smart at all. You beaten Ninja Gaiden? I have. I beat that one. Yeah, I forgot to mention that one. It's hard to remember, you know, all the games that I've done all at once. But yeah, I did Ninja Gaiden about a month ago, I think. I played it for the first time. I made it to the last boss, on my first playthrough of it, but my power went out and I lost my progress, and so I didn't finish it that night because I was kind of bummed about the power outage. But the next time I played it, my second time playing it, I beat it. That's usually not the case for me with games, but yeah, man, I like Ninja Gaiden a lot. I'm actually thinking about trying to do a 1-credit clear of Ninja Gaiden after if I ever do a deathless run of Contra, I'm gonna try and do a 1-credit clear of Ninja Gaiden. But oh man, that last boss, he's something terrible. This boss is kind of becoming a chump. Like, now that I know I can stand right underneath him, he's getting real easy. That game is very unforgiving. Yeah, I know. Especially, man, there's just a couple jumps in that game that are just run killers. Somehow I beat the second game more easily the same day. I haven't played the second one yet. Again, I have all 3 of the Ninja Gaiden games on NES. But it's going to be a while. I'm looking forward to them. It's going to be a good time when I play them. All right, so it's 6 o'clock for me. I'm planning on playing until about 7. At 7, I need to wrap it up. I mean, I'll go into a little bit of overtime if I'm in the middle of a run. But we've only got about an hour of stream left. And my plan is just to keep doing more Contra. Again, my apologies if that's kind of dull, but I don't really want to start up something new and not be able to finish it since I'm on such limited time. 2 had different climbing mechanics. Oh no! I'm gonna have to learn a new climbing mechanic? Kind of, in brackets. Not really. You can go up and down. Oh, nice. All right, so what we'll do if I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, like, what's an acceptable place to say if I die before X point, then I'll reset. I've been resetting on level 1. I think, why don't we say the halfway point? Why don't we say if I die before the end of level 4, then we'll reset. If I die after level 4, we'll keep going. I think that might be a fair way to do it. Because I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on runs that can't make that I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on runs that have no hope of going the distance. But I also, like, once I'm already in the second half of the game, that's where I need the most practice anyway, so. You're okay with that? Right on. Casual practicing. Yes. Well, the thing is, I can never practice sections of a game, because I only play on original hardware, and, I mean, I guess if I use cheat codes, if there were, like, if I had a Game Genie or something, I could. But because I only play on original hardware, Like, I don't have save states, so I can't practice parts of a game. All of my attempts have to be RTAs. I think I'm using that term right. I'm not much of a speedrunner. Sounds right. So there is one game where I'm working to get on the speedrunning leaderboards. That's Castlevania the Adventure. So I am doing serious speedruns of that. But again, like, that's what I think about, because there are parts in that game that require a lot of practice to master, like, very particular strategies, and I can't do that kind of practice since I'm only, again, I don't have any save states. I only get one opportunity every now and then. Castlevania the Adventure is the one on Game Boy. I think it's the first one that came out on the Game Boy. I do like Castlevania 64. I love Castlevania 64. I love that game a lot. I know everyone on the planet hates it, but I like it. I haven't played it as much as I'd like. I've only beaten it once, but I got the good ending when I did. So there are two characters. So there's I want to do a playthrough as the second character. So it will show up again on stream sometime. And there's also, I believe, you unlock a hard mode, so I might be doing hard mode too the next time I play it. Castlevania the Adventure, just like Castlevania 64, it's a game that doesn't get a whole lot of love. Most people tend to hate it because they say it's slow and awkward, and I mean, Castlevania's always kind of slow and awkward, right? And yeah, Castlevania the Adventure takes that to the extreme, but that's okay. I still love it. That's what I'm doing Friday night. I'm gonna be working on my Castlevania speedrun, and then I think in the second half of the stream, we're gonna play the second Game Boy Castlevania. Belmont's Revenge. And it'll be my first playthrough of that. Castlevania 2 is the best, you say? Castlevania 2 is better than its reputation. It's madness to call it the best, but it's way better than its reputation. I haven't played that one on stream. I'm kind of scared to, because I like to play games blind with no walkthroughs, no hints or help from the audience. Like I usually have the no spoilers and no backseating tags on, because I like to be pretty strict about it. But so I'm scared. I'm scared to play that game on stream because I know I'm going to struggle and be lost and maybe not even be able to finish it. Like, you know, just because I, you know, because I'm awake and have been on the internet before, I know that I have some spoilers from the game already, but not enough where I'm confident I can beat it. Why'd I have to die on level 3? Oh yeah, I get to reset. That's the rule we established. I get to do a reset. I was thinking, oh man, I've got to trudge through the whole game hopeless now. Oh, I'm glad I made this rule. It's like a slow-paced Zelda 2. You've only tried for a second. Maybe you're wrong. There's a lot of things in it that are really fun. Zelda 2 I like as well. I like Zelda 2 better than Zelda 1, personally. I don't think Zelda 2 is a better game than Zelda 1, but I like Zelda 2 better myself. Like, if I have to play a Zelda on NES, like someone puts a gun to my head and they're like, you have to play a Zelda on NES, then I'm like, I'm picking Zelda 2 probably every time. But I haven't played through Zelda 2 a whole lot. I've only played through it once, so I'm not an expert at it. And it's been a long time. So again, it's another one I'm scared to do on stream because it's going to be a lot of suffering. We will do them. I will do both Castlevania 2 and Zelda 2 someday, but I'm not in a rush to get to them. I knew I was being dumb there. I knew I was being dumb and I couldn't help myself. I remember seeing the AVGN episode of it. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen a lot of James's stuff. I mean Castlevania 2, sorry. Zelda was cryptic too, yeah. Like if I don't pick up the letter R right away, oh no, I get more use out of it. Poor lonely spread gun. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I have to leave you up there, my friend. Oh, there's a lot of extra bad guys there this time. Gun of the Kings, yes. You got two priorities in this game. One, collect the spread gun. Two, don't lose the spread gun. I played that with a walkthrough, Zelda 1 and Second Quest. It's just grinding for money to ask Fortune Teller what's next. Yeah, Zelda 1, my problem with Zelda 1 is it's just too much, like, playing it blind, it's too much of a thing where it's like, burn every bush, bomb every wall, like... I mean, if I were gonna play it again, that's how I would try and play it, as blind as possible, but... It would be a kind of slow, agonizing experience, I think. Ever played Chrysalis or Xanadu? I have not played either of those. I own them both, but I haven't played them yet. I didn't think. I saw that coming. I just didn't think it was close enough to hit me. Rip. I picked up copies of each of them because they looked kind of Zelda 2-esque. And that's appealing to me. I just talked about not picking up the R so early, and then I ignored my own advice to me. Zinchan. Oh no, magic beans and super buff. Alright, my friend, we'll do them. Let me just see if this run makes it through this level. We'll pause at the end of the level to take care of the channel points. I amended my reset rule to say I'm gonna reset any run that dies before the end of level 4, and now I'm just resetting all the time. This is what I've done to us. Xanadu is like Zelda 2 with back pains. Cool game. Yeah, it's another one. I'm looking forward to it. Alright, we did make it through. So I'll save up top of the next level and we'll do our work. Hey, pause my timer too, I guess. First up, Magic Beam. We're gonna do super buff. I'll go ahead and switch the camera over too. Whew. Okay. We have got, oh no. Oh, it's so I think this is the booger flavor. It's the green, light green with dark green spots. This one is usually booger or pear, but I think I've already had the pear one. There's two of every bad flavor and one of every good. And I've already had the pear, I think, so I think it can only be bad. I might be wrong though. Harry Potter, exactly. Yeah. So I've got sort of my own custom mix. I bought some different types of beans. But yeah, it's got good beans, it's got bad beans, it's got spicy beans. Rip. Yeah. Yep, I was right. Gross. Delicious boogies. Oh boy. Yeah, so I bought a whole bunch of different kinds of good and bad beans, and then I took them and separated them out by type, and then I mixed them myself so I could get them in a ratio of two of every bad, one of every good. but sometimes it's hard to tell them apart. So there might be some errors in there. Like cinnamon and cherry look exactly the same. Oh, okay. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. We did it. Most perfect beans has been discovered. All right, and we had a super buff, right? Yeah. We did the press. We'll do curls this time. I'm really hoping this is the last super buff because the next one is lateral raises is all that's left, but we'll see. That's not up to me. 1, 2, 3. Hello, Pally. Welcome to the stream. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, all right. Now we're well fed and we're strong. Oh, and we get to take a stretch break too. BRB, right on. This is your second favorite frowny face. The one with eggs is your top one. I am quite fond of it myself. So you are kind of right that the night is young, Zinchan, but also I'm really only planning to stream for another half an hour or so. We'll see. I think today's going to be just an early stream only day. My nighttime stream I'm not really planning to do unless my other plans get wrecked. How much for that blooper stuff? What, you trying to buy my plushies, Pally? The blooper is my friend. We don't sell our friends. The redemption resets in half an hour. Oh no. I better watch the clock and wrap the stream up right in time, right? It is. I like it quite a bit. I'm a fan of bloopers. I like them. Oh no, my game is broken. I unpaused it and it looks like garbage. So the rule we're operating on, I'm practicing to do a deathless run. If I die before the end of stage 4, then I hit reset and start the game over. If I make it past stage 4 and die, then whatever, we just keep going to practice the second half of the game. But this way I'm not wasting a whole lot of time on runs that have no hope anyway. But I'm gonna waste a little bit of time on hopeless runs. And as long as the glitches don't make the game unplayable, then we won't worry about the glitches either. We'll just power through. I might have some new displays here soon. I was saying earlier, I bought some media shelves from a library, and they're made for like DVD cases or whatever, and my games that are on discs don't have cases, they're in sleeves, so I won't actually be able to display those, but I think I'm going to be able to put my cartridges on them anyway, and so it might make for I might have some nice looking shelves behind me soon, though they probably won't be visible on stream because they're going to be over to the side of the room. But I'll show them off. I'll show them off if it works out and they look nice. The shelves themselves are okay. I should probably repaint them. They've got sort of a weird paint job to them that looks like kind of like artificial stone. It looks okay, but it's also like it's an old paint job, so it probably looked real good when it was new, but now that it's sort of chipped and faded, it's not really the best. Probably, like, I'm hoping it's going to look really good with my wood walls. And again, probably would have looked really good with them when it was new, but okay, this is stage 4. If I make it through here, reset is no longer an option. Which is kind of sad, because a lot of my runs have ended on stage 5. But oh well. Hey, Jelly. Thank you for the pistachios for when I beat the stage. Let's see. I hope I do. I've done a lot of runs today. We've beaten the game a handful of times already. I think 3 times. Each time a 1 credit clear too, but no 1 life clear. I'm thinking about going, I don't know if you heard me before, I think I'm about going for another half an hour roughly. Maybe a little bit of overtime. But then it's going to be time to say goodnight for the night. This boss gives me a bit of trouble. So when I do, like, I plan on trimming out my deathless runs from my streams to post on YouTube for people's viewing pleasure. I haven't actually got any of them up yet though because I'm behind on my archives. But I was just thinking, like, if this was the run that makes it through and I get this deathless, like, it's kind of a shame that it's a really glitchy run, so it's going to look kind of ugly in the highlight video or whatever. But also, I mean, if you've spent any time around my streams, you know that it's super appropriate that my best run would be one that's covered in glitches and impossible to watch. Thank you for the pistachios, Jelly. That's how I should go through that area every time. So frequently I go about it the wrong way. Oh no! Both of those things fell into the abyss. Going good, going well. No deaths so far. Let's see how long it lasts. We're at level 5, so even if I die, I'm just going to keep playing. Do you guys know the Mexican runner? Has he played every NES game yet? I don't know. I'm not familiar with that streamer or YouTuber. Get these in a... Ooh. There we go. Came close to that fire. That guy looks like Krang to me. I pointed that out before, but we were talking about him earlier, so it was still on my mind. I'll let that just sail on by. I don't think I can get back over there to pick up that R. I tried. You saw me jump. I tried. You agree. Excellent. Stop spawning behind me. Nice. Very scary. It could all go downhill here, though. This has been my best run, but we are never out of the woods. It will be a shame. It will be a real shame if this run makes it, though. I don't know. I mean, the last boss, I tend to die at the last boss a lot, so even if I make it to the last boss, we're still going to be in big trouble. But it's going to be a real shame if this run makes it, because it's such an ugly run. It's had so many glitches, and I've paused so many times. But again, that's also kind of perfect for me. Mazin, who's been coaching me on my Castlevania speedrun, he keeps telling me, he's like, remember, you want a nice clean video for your run submission. You know, you want to have a good capture with good commentary, and I'm just like, Mazin, come on, you've seen my streams. You know what kind of nonsense I'm all about. You know, for me, a submission's gotta have a ton of glitches, and people won't believe it was really me playing otherwise. There we go, that's it. That's the deathless run. We did it. The most ridiculous, pause-filled, glitch-riddled run is my deathless run. That's the video. Thanks for watching. Oh. No, not this one, Pally. Not this game. Castlevania the Adventure. Not for a world record, just to be on the leaderboard. I'm going for like Mazin thinks that he says with my potential I can get 5th place on the leaderboard. You know, I just want to be on it somewhere. No, I'm not going for a world record. I was going for a 1 life clear. And that was my best time to ever beat the game. Under 20 minutes? Wonderful. Oh, Pally, thank you for the bits. Thanks for the 32 bits. Thank you so much. A beast. Oh, that's what video editing is for. Well, I don't want to look. I don't want to. You know, I'm gonna cut out. You know, when I put up the highlight video that's just the deathless run, I'm gonna cut out the pauses, of course. I'm not gonna make people sit through those, but it will. Like, the thing is, like, you don't want to be riddled with a bunch of jump cuts, because then it looks like you faked the run. I mean, there's gonna be a link to the unedited video as well, but I don't want people to think. I don't want people to think I'm pulling a fast one. To be honest, I was expecting last boss. What do you're expecting me to die at the last boss? Is because I was. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the congratulations. Thanks again for the bits. Oh, you're expecting more bosses. You're the king, thanks. I feel good. I feel good. That means we're going to retire Contra. I don't have to apologize for playing too much Contra anymore. Except next up, Contra 2, Super C. Not right away though. Not right away though. Though we will be going through all the Contra games I own little by slowly. So like the next sort of challenge run I do, I'll probably replay Ninja Gaiden sometime soon, probably next week, and see, just kind of get a feeler for how hard it will be to master Ninja Gaiden for like a 1 credit clear. And if I feel that it's doable, then that might be what we start slotting into my practice times. But we'll see. We'll see. It's a little bit early, but I guess I'm going to go ahead and wrap the stream up and end it on this high note. There's not really enough time to to start up a new game. I'm sorry you don't get to make me move weights again, Zenshon, if you're still there. But there's always next time. So yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for viewing the stream. Sorry, excuse me. Thanks for viewing the stream. Thanks for chatting with me. I greatly appreciate it. I'm glad you could share in this victory with me. It's been a good time. Thanks for the stream. No problem. Pass the plunger. All right, Pally has... Thanks for guiding the raid, Pally. I love not having to pick out the target. You'll love him if you haven't been to his... I haven't been to his stream. This is going to be something new for me. So Pally's even picked our raid target, so I'll plug that in. Just want to let you know, for anyone, in case you're not a regular around here, if you're curious, I try to stream every day, Sunday through Friday. Usually my streams happen at 11 p.m. Central Time for about 5 hours. We wrap up at about 4 a.m. typically. Retro, variety streamer, original hardware, just kind of my thing that I'm into. And yeah, there's probably not going to be another stream later tonight though. Normally there would be a stream on Thursday nights, but I think I need tonight off. So don't expect to see me. It's not impossible, but it's really not likely that I'll be here. I will be back tomorrow, Friday night. We're going to do some Castlevania on Game Boy. We'll do speedrun practice, and then a first blind playthrough of the second game. It'll be a lot of fun. Thanks for the stream, Frownie. He's one of your faves as well. Cool guy. Plays retro games on consoles, and he's from the UK. It sounds great. Enjoy your night. Thank you. All right, I'm plugging it in right now. So stay on the line if you would. You can get a few more channel points for use in the future. Pass the plunger. So this isn't a streamer I know, so I gotta warn you, Pally picked this streamer, so if there's any dubious or offensive content on the other line, that's her fault this time, not mine. I don't expect that. I'm just playing around. Looks like we're heading into Resident Evil 2. Alright, I love Resident Evil 2. Haven't played it in decades. If you hate them, it's on you. I trust you, Pally. Possibilities are endless. Alright, we're going to be heading that way in just a moment. My computer is a little sluggish with raids. So just hold on and hope it doesn't melt down. Alright, I'll have some pistachios on our way out. Okay, one last time, thanks for being here. I appreciate you all. I hope to see you again, but for now, see you on the other side of the raid, my friends.